Let's have a real pragmatic conversation. For you older gentlemen and you single ladies my age, I'm 51 years old. I just turned 51 in October. And I want you gentlemen, because this is a men's channel mostly, to ask yourself a question. Why? Why exactly is this lovely lady in front of you with her salt and pepper hair in her 40s or 50s, and she looks decent, and she's taking care of herself decently? She's not a widow. She probably is not a victim of some abuse, because that's a myth out here. Why is she single at this point in life? Did she just divorce her husband? How many relationships has she been in? What is her history? And why hasn't anybody, you know how hard it is, to find quality out here today. Why hasn't anybody snatched this one up? And what a lot of older men don't understand is that the best time for you to make connection with a woman is in your young. When you're young and broke, is your best time to collect on a real level with a woman is when you're young. When you're young and you don't have any money, or you're just building, or you're just creating, is when you're going to get the most authentic reactions or connections with women. Now, when you're old like me, I don't have the salt and pepper now because I'm shaved, and you're out here, single guy. What do you think? Why is it that all these men, and I'm sure she's got a lot of men in her friend zone, a lot of men in her friend zone, a lot of men that are orbiting her, why isn't it that she has not been chosen by any of these men, knowing how we have a deficit of quality women? Quality's down bad. In fact, you're dealing with complete and utter delusion. There's women that I've seen my age that are still leading with their sexy. They're putting on fillers and these AI they're taking AI pictures of themselves and putting on social media, hiding their true look, competing with younger version of themselves. Because you know what the problem is? It's arrested development. Their brains, they see themselves as the 25-year-old version of themselves. And social media and simps. I'm not going to get on my simp rant because you guys know how I feel about simps. Because simps, I start talking about simps, and next thing you know, 5 minutes into the videos, I'm still ranting about their dysfunction. So I'm not going to get triggered with simps anymore this morning. But you ask yourself the question, with all these orbiters, all these simps, all these men around, and we're infested with them, these jellyback, there we go again, stop it. But none of them have, she hasn't been chosen, especially in the black community, where obesity is prevalent and bad attitudes. It's all races. All races of women have bad attitudes, some of them. Especially if they, all liberal-minded, feminist type women have most of them, majority of them have bad attitudes. So I'm not going to just pick on black women. It's just a feminist liberal ideology that is connected to the bad attitude. So you're telling me nobody has snatched up this gold laying on the ground? And a lot of brothers don't understand. Because it's fool's gold. That's why. It's fool's gold. That's why nobody wants it. Anybody with any self-esteem, anybody with any value. You know why she's single? Because she hasn't found the man that's willing to pay the right price and put up with her bullshit and give her relationship on her terms. A man that she wants. And she's operating with older used goods, higher entitlement, and she expects men to adjust to that. Basically. See, what happens inevitably for men, When we give it women when they're young, she has her babies, she builds a bond with us, loyalty has been, you build equity with men over time. And as that woman goes older, she's protected by our resources and us loving her and taking care of her. She's had our kids. So that cesarean that she may have had, that's cesarean that came from having our babies. We put the mileage on that woman. So we take care of that woman. We're bonded with that woman. But if a woman hasn't been with you all these years, what she doesn't understand is that cesarean and all those stretch marks and all those, defects are another man's defect as much as, and also with her trauma and her mental health and all her issues as another man's problem, another man's defect, another man's put the mileage on her. And as you get to a certain age, you become more pragmatic. Anybody at my age, anybody who's a sucker for love at my age is a damn fool. You better be pragmatic. Life, relationships is a business. You out here looking for somebody to love you, go get your head examined. It's a business of life. If you approach it, that's the way how women look at it. How do you think women think? What do you think women talk about when they see you? They go talk to their girlfriends. Oh, he's got a good pension. He takes care of his body. He looks good. Girl, he's good for security. He got security, girl. He's got a future. He's got security. Girl, you can get it. He got a house. He got a car. He's got resources. They talk about you in those terms. In terms of what they can extract. It's not what they can bring to you. It's what they can extract from you. Now, you'll be a fool if you don't turn that around and look at what they have. Do you have debt? Do you have a whole bunch of credit card debt? Do you have a whole bunch of trauma from getting I'm going to stop saying vigorously and viciously pounded out. Getting close to 2026. I'm going to clean up my antics. Gentlemen, I'm trying here. Okay? It's a struggle. Stop venting about the simps and stop saying things like vigorous and viciously pounded out. So you got all this trauma. You got all this baggage. You got all these problems. But the worst insult of them all is she wants to charge you brand new sticker price, MSRP, which is that's what a 23-year-old, 25-year-old woman would be charging. She wants you to be a provider for old woman that's past her prime. You're not building any legacy with her. You're not building any family with her. She wants you to treat her like she's brand new. She don't got no money in her accounts. Her pensions is down. Where's your money? You've been a feminist all your life. You don't have any damn money. So you're saying a peaceful life for any guy my age is going to have to fund your old ass? Absolutely not. Not happening. And that's where the problem comes in. So guys make these risk mitigation evaluation decision, and guys that are smart, that are not controlled by their Johnson. You're not on some weak rescue simp, some dude that's a fool that, oh, that woman didn't like him when she was 23 years old. Now she's old and decrepit with turkey neck and crow's feet and varicose veins all over the place. And she's gained a bunch of weight, and her figure is like 70% gone. Now he's saying, oh yeah, like Boyce Watkins and shit. Oh, she didn't like me in her 25, but now she's had 3 kids and put on some weight. It's my turn now. That damn, I was gonna say simp. I digress. But these goofy dudes will take anything. They'll take these bad deals. They'll become these women's security blanket after they've passed their prime. Not understanding that this is just another sucker. And you're just a sponsor. She don't think love anymore. She's thinking pragmatic. She's thinking business. Love is gone for her. She didn't fell in love with those dudes in her 20s. And they've really enjoyed her. They've enjoyed her in her prime. Well, you're getting that meatloaf. It is worse than mold now. You're getting that leftover meatloaf, but you're going to be paying full price for it. And that's why so many guys my age don't want to be bothered. Because you can't convince a peaceful life that molded meatloaf is worth me being a provider for. I ain't put the mileage on her. I ain't paying full MSRP. Kick rocks. Maybe get me at 50%. I ain't paying off your debt either. Your debt is your problem. You made that shit in your life with some other man. I ain't doing none of this shit that dudes be signing up for because they have a scarcity mindset. And we have a simp culture in America, especially in the black community, where these dudes be cleaning up after other men and doing all this shit. And we all have been raised to be these simps and egalitarian men. Trust me. I have had to reprogram and download and reprogram my programming from years ago. And I never make those mistakes 2-3 times, twice again. Again, women, and CGA said it best, women are in business. And dudes are just a sucker and glutton for punishment. That's why these dudes begin with these older women. They get into sexless marriages and all this other bullshit. Because she would not have dated your ass when she was 23. You're not her cup of tea. But you're good for security. You're good for security. And sooner or later, these guys realize that these women are all about the assets. They're sick. They got plenty of male orbiters to give them attention. Social media gives them all kinds of attention that they want. They've had sex 100,000 times. They got companionship. Simps everywhere in the DM. What they lacking is money. And that money is you. But they're talking to you like they're 23. And guys that are smart understand the fool's goal and they keep it moving. You see them all over these platforms, kind of gaslight value, convincing us of the value of old pre-owned box. Gaslighting value. And some simp is over there. Oh yeah, she still got her figure. She still got her figure. Look at her. She still looked. Watch when she take off that waist train off her. Pop! Things just drop down. The shit just drop off of her. Oh yeah? Oh, now you got a bad case of post-nut clarity, huh? Now you seeing what she really looks like. Father Time is unforgiving. It's like me. I can't go run 5-on-5 no more in the court. Shit, I'd be down for multiple days if I will run 5-on-5 with them young bucks. But they got all kinds of tricks to make themselves look younger. Makeup, surgery. Shit, these old women getting BBLs and shit. But Father Time is Father Time. Mileage is mileage. You same dudes wouldn't go to a used car dealership and pay MSRP for a Lexus with 400,000 miles on it, would you? No, you wouldn't. You would think twice. But why the hell are you doing it over here with these old women gaslighting you value? I see, in other cultures where men are masculine, you go to China, man, women start getting over 26. They'd be like, these women are Xingyu, leftover women. Hell no, because they're calculating reproductive life and building a family with those women. But only in the West, with feminism and government empowerment, that we increase the value of leftover women. There's something wrong with us. We're sick, men. We're mentally sick. We've allowed the elevation of Xingyu women in our face because we're raised in this gynocentric gynocracy. And not that I don't love the ladies. I love the ladies, but keep all things in perspective. And ladies, do not get me when you see me in the streets. There's that guy who called us old molded meatloaf. Trust me, ladies. I'm nice in person. Very nice. I'm nice on the internet too. There's no need to, I'm just telling you what the panda bears won't say. Because they're busy pandering to you for money and likes and views and all that stuff. The men that you want, that's the way how they calculate this equation. And there's not enough simps to go around. Simps that are doing well and that have or look the way that of the man that you want. There's not enough of them going around. There's a lot of, guys that are simping out like Boyce Watkins, but you all don't want them. Those guys, it's If a woman's making a little bit of money, they're not trying to give her these Boyce Watkins type guys. She's gonna hold out to the end till she's like 70, because she's been imprinted by certain types of men. And that's not changing anytime soon. So that's why a lot of older guys like me stay single for a long time, because we understand fool's gold. Fool's gold is what you see. But when those waist trainers come off, that makeup gets washed off, that wig gets taken off, and that push-up, whatever bra they have on, comes off, you get to see exactly what you're getting. Gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button. Again, likes are free. We'll talk soon. Don't get suckered with giving up your heart, what you've earned and worked hard for all your life, for some fool's gold or some molded meatloaf. I'm out, gentlemen. Time to hit the gym.